Greetings to all. First and foremost, I would say all praises be unto God. From the perspective of farming / mainly livestock farmers, first of all, I would like to say I'm a livestock farmer. Having been invited, I had time to think and ponder, and I realized that in light of the government's thrust into agriculture, I would like to submit a few ideas, thoughts, and questions, and at the end, one or two challenges. I would like to say this: we have forgotten our first love. Our first love is to God, and then to ourselves. As it is today in our modern society, we have drifted away from what I would call the natural way of living. I respect and I accept modernization, but it has taken us away from what I would say nature / the soil / farming. Most of what we eat today is not natural. The very corn that we eat, that we get from the supermarket, it's genetically modified. There's some kind of a preservative in it. There's some kind of a chemical enhancing agents, we call them. So we've shifted somewhat from the natural produce of the land. And there is a call now to go back, to eat more local, buy more local, consume more local, and grow more local. However, there are some challenges that are associated with agriculture in St. Kitts in particular. Generally speaking, some of these challenges include what farmers face. Having to travel distances on roads that have not been maintained, kept. In fact, they're very rough. Sometimes we have to transport water, our animals, and it takes a toll on us. There is also a lack of or shortage thereof when it comes to water. And when we would have produced and our product is ready for marketing, that in itself is a challenge also. There is also a lack of subsidies. And I would like to spend a little time here. If the government is giving a thrust into agriculture, it has to consider the need for subsidies. And notice I say subsidies. Subsidies, the government have already started and embarked upon some. They're giving livestock and vegetable crop farmers, and even the fishermen, fencing wires, fish pot wires. They have given out seedlings and seeds to both subsistence farmers and in some cases to those who farm on a larger scale. That's a form of subsidy, and I say that's good. But there's a lot more needed than just that. Subsidies can also be in the form of human resources. It can be in the form of knowledge. Take, for example, knowledge. Livestock farmers in particular. If the government is serious, and I believe the government is, a greater dissemination of knowledge with respect to farming should be embarked upon. There is a university here known as Ross University. It specializes in animal care / raising and all of the above. I would like to put forward a suggestion. From time to time, whenever they are having their courses, make arrangements so that locals can attend. I know they have some programs that they offer, but I still think more can be done. When it comes to livestock farming, what we need to look forward to also is a suitable and stable price of the product. Depending on the location and the challenges that farmers face, the price of the product varies. Now, for example, if I as a farmer who have to travel, let's say 5 miles up into the hills where the roads are terrible, and I have to constantly buy parts for my vehicle, consequently I have to transfer that cost into the product. Whereas there are other farmers who may not have that challenge based on the fact that where they are farming it's rather flat, and so the road is more friendly to the driver. Consequently, he or she may not encounter the expenses in comparison to one who is on the hilly areas. So what I'm suggesting is, let us develop a suitable and stable price of the product, be it animal product or vegetable crop product. There must also be a quality assurance of the product. And this would involve more regular visits from the agricultural department. The stimulus package that the government has embarked upon, it should be sustainable. I understand that it's not going to last forever. But there is an old saying, you cannot simply just give people a lot of hope and then sweep them off their feet and allow them to drop. Cushion the blow, please. In that sense, give us an idea when it will be, how long it will last, and what is expected of us after that period of time. There is another thing that we need to look at. Specific areas of produce need attention. And the attention should be based on the needs of our society. Very often you would hear complaints from the supermarket saying that in one instant they are flooded with, and I'm using vegetable crop farming as an example, they are flooded with cucumbers. Another time it's pumpkin. But yet there is a lack of a need for carrots. Having these in mind, I put forward these suggestions. We need to develop a strong agricultural base. Look at successful farmers and farming methods and practices, what they do, how they get it done, and copy it. Give out small plots for vegetable crop farming with specific produce in mind for a specific period of time. Form a committee which involves both the agricultural department and co-ops / other committees within the agricultural sector. Advertise, push, and I would like to copy, with her permission, the madam from the Chamber of Industry and Commerce. And I put this currency on it. Advertise / push very strongly. Grow, eat, buy, and sell local. And lastly, the government has announced they are going to embark on a new project at Bearfords. It's called, or will be called, the Center of Excellence, where they're going to introduce new methods of farming, especially when it comes to animal farming, artificial insemination. They're going to have slaughtering for poultry and rabbits. I think it's a very good idea. What I would like to suggest, get other farmers on board. How is it going to be done? Keep flooding the public / farmers with information. And I would like to close by saying this. By way of challenge to the government, one, no local produce should spoil due to a lack of consumption or because the market is flooded. Subsidize agriculture, for there is a great need for that. And lastly, by way of invitation, I would like to encourage our locals, whether it's in subsistence farming, commercial farming, get involved in farming. Come back to nature. Come back to your first love. Live healthy. Stay healthy. And I would like to say thank you to all.